I wanted to dance, I wanted to do theater, I wanted to do all of these different things, and my parents were more like, well, you know what, I want the best for you, so you're either going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. Pick those three.
Nancy Pierre's family came to New York City from Haiti. They were Catholics and wanted what they thought best for their daughter, but she had other ideas.
I just wanted to be, you know, a superstar. I just thought that I was going to be in one of those Broadway plays.
So at 21, she moved out of her parents' home and pursued a career in theater. As much as she enjoyed her acting gigs, she missed her family. The world of theater was competitive, and it was hard to make friends.
I just was like, wow, I just feel so empty. I feel so alone. There's got to be something better. So I just continued doing what I was doing, and I started working at a store.
Nancy shared her loneliness with one of her male co-workers at the store.
So I'm explaining everything to him, how empty I'm feeling, you know, and he was just pretty much saying to me, Allah can solve all of those problems. And then he started telling me about the women in Islam and how they're well respected, because, you know, after I left home, I was just nothing. So I felt like this is a good way for me to have respect and people to look at me like I'm just a woman of valor and a woman of integrity. So I just talked to him some more, and before you know it, we were dating. And I thought it was great, and he was someone to talk to, really the only person that would really understand me at that time.
She enjoyed the close-knit fellowship she shared with her new friends at the mosque and immersed herself in the lifestyle of a Sunni Muslim. She abided by their strict dress code and prayed to Allah daily. But secretly, she had doubts, and on occasion read her Bible.
But I still had this love for Jesus, you know, in my own mind and my own heart. I was like, I could still hold on to Jesus. They don't know what's in my heart.
Nancy began an intense study of the Quran and Islam. She often compared the Quran with her Bible. That brought up some serious questions about Jesus.
I couldn't share my questions or my doubts, fears about Islam with any of my Muslim brothers and sisters, because they already made it clear to me that Jesus was a prophet. And we need to be following the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, and we need to solely be, you know, we need to be focused on Allah.
After attending the mosque for a few months, the acceptance Nancy received at first slowly turned into judgment and restriction. Now, it wasn't enough that she simply attend services and date a Muslim man. She was told she needed to change her personality.
The women were just so oppressed, you know, and it didn't work with me, because I'm a free spirit. You know, I wasn't created to be contained. So when you have all of these restrictions and these rules and dress this way and dress that way, I was like, what did I walk into? You know, I mean, there are times where you want to let your hair down.
Nancy knew she needed to get out of Islam.
It was always a battle, especially when I used to work at a restaurant up in Harlem. That's when I really set it off and just was like, that's it.
That's when Nancy decided to leave the faith. But instead of telling the group she was leaving, she showed them.
One day I just walked in to the restaurant where I was. I had shorts on, I had a tank top on, and I let them say whatever they want to say. And they were just like, sister, you know, what happened? You know, you just, you know, disrobe? And I said, well, it's 101 degrees out here. And they said to me, well, it's hotter in the hellfire.
Within a year of joining the Sunni sect, Nancy walked away and back into the world of acting. She landed a part as Diana Ross at New York's Motown Cafe.
I was able to actually sing and do all the theatrics, and, you know, it was an amazing, amazing moment. But even in the midst of all of that, I still was lonely.
That is, until she met Pierre, a casting agent. The two spent a lot of time together, and Eric eventually proposed. But under one condition.
If we get married, you know, we have to start going back to church. And, you know, I was like, sure, you know, I mean, that's the best thing you could ever say to me, because that's what I've been looking for, that I've been searching for that. But prior to that, we were going to a Bible study for actors. Tasha Smith, who's a very popular actress, who's an amazing evangelist. It was because of her that we actually gave our hearts to the Lord.
A change took place in Nancy's heart when she realized she didn't need to pursue a rigid set of rules, but a personal relationship with Jesus Christ.
I was doing a lot of things, but it had nothing to do with my heart. It did not impact the condition of my heart. Faith is having a relationship, which is what I have with Jesus. I believe in a book where my God has sent his son, Jesus Christ, for my sins. And he sacrificed his only son.
For the past 10 years, Nancy has enjoyed the peace and freedom she found in Jesus, and she shares it wherever she goes. Nancy finished college and is a busy wife and mother of 4.
You don't have to be perfect. You can come as you are to Christ and watch him do awesome things in your life.